Speaking of exciting for you,
Yes.
Louis Battlehawks are next. I'm going to let you take this because these are your guys, and you can get after it.
Yeah, for sure. So, I mean, let's jump in. So, Anthony Beck is going to be coaching this team. He's been the coach ever since the inception of this organization. They are in a spot where they're returning a lot of their players from a year ago. So that's a huge pro for this team. AJ McCarron bit the biggest name, so he spent obviously the majority of the season backing up Joe Burrow, and then I'm totally blanking on their backup quarterback's name. Who played Jake Browning, who played extremely well. He played his college ball at Washington, played really well there. Obviously, gets thrown in and almost leads the Bengals to the playoffs. So AJ McCarron being an experienced guy in the National Football League with the Houston Texans. He was a superstar at Alabama, played for the Houston Texans, and then spent the last couple of years with the Cincinnati Bengals. Asked for his release, so he's a guy that wants to play football. He's a guy that loves the Battlehawks organization. So they're going to have some veteran leadership, and that's going to be one of the some of the best leadership in the UFL, in my personal opinion. They, on top of having probably, I mean, Jordan Tamla was the best quarterback last year in the XFL. AJ McCarron will probably slide in as the number two best and most experienced quarterback in the XFL. So that currently process of elimination, Talma's not in the league. So now they've arguably got the best quarterback in the league. And that's going to do a lot. If you've got quarterbacks, just like in the NFL, if you've got Joe Burrow, if you've got Patrick Mahomes, you have a shot to win every single week. It's going to be the same thing in the UFL with AJ McCarron. So that's a huge pro for this team. They also added the XFL Defensive Player of the Year, Pita Taumapenu. I have no idea how to say that name, but he's a dog on the edge. So being able to have him added to the defense is going to be huge. They're returning XFL Special Teams Player of the Year, Darius Shepard, and they're going to feature one of the best passing attacks, which we'll touch on here in a second. Unfortunately, so I was super excited that Max Borg, who played for the Roughnecks a year ago, he was the XFL's Christian McCaffrey last year. He's, for whatever reason, he has announced that he will not be playing for the Battlehawks, as the Battlehawks held his rights. About a week ago, he decided that he was not going to do that. So we're not sure if he is going to sign a futures deal in the NFL or what that looks like for him. But hopefully something changes. We would love to have him back. So, and then on top of that, the St. Louis fans, I mean, they're selling out. They're getting 40,000 people in that dome. So they're filling an NFL stadium. And they're bringing the juice. So they led the league in attendance by a mile. As you know, the defenders, they're going to tout their attendance. And sure, we're going to have a friend who's got boots on the ground in that stadium. Sure, it's a soccer field. All right, it's a soccer field. The Battlehawks are selling out a former NFL stadium. That city loves football. And then if you think about it, they're almost the furthest west team in the XFL or in the UFL, and there's nobody further west. So that fan base is only going to be even bigger now. So let's all join the bandwagon. Let's root for a team that's going to win. And then on top of that, we've talked about how valuable uniforms are. The Renegades have bright and flashy uniforms. Let's face it. All right, the Battlehawks have the best uniforms, and it's not even close. They got the wings on the helmet, the silver helmet, they blue, silver, white, black, sharp color combination. It's one of the best in the league. All right, so let's not sleep on that. They're going to look pretty good. But let's touch on their roster. All right, they're going to look good, but they're also going to play good. They're going to play even better than they look. So they got the former XFL Defensive Player of the Year added to their roster. Pita Taumapenu played his college ball at Utah, so he's played big football ever since he's been playing in college. He's going to come and play for the best team in the UFL. Sweet. We've got AJ McCarron. We already touched on that. That's extremely valuable. Who's he going to be throwing the ball to? Some three all XFL players: Shakur Peterson, Hakeem Butler. Hakeem Butler was the best, most productive receiver in the UFL a year ago, and Darius Shepard made his all XFL. He was the XFL Special Teams Player of the Year. He'll return. He'll be playing receiver for him. So they've got the best quarterback. They got the three best receivers in the UFL. So they're going to be a really, really deep and high-scoring offense. And then they add one of the best edge rushers in the UFL to counteract that. So they're going to be in a good spot. They're going to be able to protect them. They got two all XFL offensive linemen, Steve Gonzalez and Mike Panasiuk is going to be returning to this roster. So yeah, they're in a really good spot. So they got the most fans, they got the best fans, they got the rowdiest fans, they got the coolest uniforms, they got the best quarterback, they got the two best receivers in the league. What else do you want if you want a team to root for? So quarterback goes a long way. And then they've also got players that they're going to be able to distribute that football to. So, yeah.
I love it.